We're all here to stop Kavanaugh.
Kavanaugh is being pitched to us as a moderate. You will find that Kavanaugh is second only to Clarence Thomas in terms of being a far-right judicial extremist. This is not somebody who is a good replacement for Justice Kennedy. This is not a fair-minded constitutionalist. This is a judicial extremist. And it's not just the LGBTQ community. It is people of color, it is immigrants, it is folks who need access to reproductive health care. Everyone in this room will be touched by the things that Kavanaugh is going to do.
It is so important to resist and urge our lawmakers to vote against Brett Kavanaugh to the United States Supreme Court. If his nomination is confirmed, this will not only impact us here and now, this will have a long-lasting effects that will touch our children and our grandchildren. During his 12 years on the D.C. Court of Appeals, he has spoke for the wealthy and powerful and has consistently ruled against civil rights.
We have watched our local government decimate access to health care and vital services for women, and we have watched them foster hostile environments for immigrants and people of color. These depredations will only continue if Kavanaugh is appointed to the U.S. Supreme Court. His anti-choice, anti-woman, and anti-immigrant track record makes it clear that he will gut Roe versus Wade and implement those harmful ideologies he was handpicked for. We owe it to ourselves and to those who have come before us and those who will come after us to take action. For women to achieve true equality, we must acknowledge that reproductive autonomy is a key factor. We must demand that our senators recognize the unassailable truth of our lived experiences and oppose Kavanaugh. We won't allow them to make currencies of our bodies and of our pain. We won't go back. Take action for our autonomy and access today.
With Justice Kavanaugh on the Supreme Court, we could see reversals on hard-won gains, securing equal opportunity in education, employment, and housing. We could see further exclusion of communities of color from participation in our democracy, see racism continue to flourish within the criminal justice system, and could see the elimination of effective tools for providing discrimination.
I'm here to talk about planet Earth. Brett Kavanaugh would be a disaster to our environment. At almost every opportunity, he sides with industry and big polluters over protecting our environment. He has written that the EPA should consider the costs to industry before regulating any air pollution. Air pollution's #1 fan sells out our public health to big polluters and rules for industry over planet Earth.
Roe is a very serious concern. However, that is another concern. Immigration issues is another concern. So there's a lot surrounding this Kavanaugh nomination and a lot of reasons to take action here today.
So I encourage you, talk to your senators, and especially talk to Senator Grassley, who has an outsized influence on this process. He is the chair of the Senate Judicial Committee. If he wanted to stop this process dead in its tracks, he has the power to do that, and he demonstrated that with the nomination of Merrick Garland 2 years ago, right? He did not get a vote. Let's ask him to do the same thing. Thank you.